Wow, we're so happy to have you here today this morning and super happy to have Kenzie just over on the screen across from me, sitting in Grand Junction. And we're very, very excited and super thrilled to announce our 2022 30 Under 30 nomination and also winner from our company, Kenzie Ross. So Kenzie, welcome to the stage. We're super glad to have you. I know you've been totally inundated with all kinds of exciting stuff and your balloons and just people just really congratulating you on the success of what you've achieved. And I think for what I wanted to do was just let people know right away that Ryan Gorman, our CEO of Coldwell Banker Worldwide, sent Kelsey a note to explain to her that she was the winner, that she had this opportunity, and she is being granted an incredible invitation to Gen Blue to experience the networking of meeting with her other 30 cohorts from all over the world. There are actually people coming from outside the United States, from Canada, and from different markets to celebrate with her and also to build a networking event for them to make this super, super special. So very, very excited to be able to announce this. We also want to recognize that for us as a company, this award, we have had a winner 3 years in a row. We are one of the, or actually the only company within the Caldwell Banker system that has had that. And I think a lot of that goes back to Todd and Shannon's passion for recognizing and building the people up in their company to really make a difference. And so Kenzie, super, super glad to have you here. Hopefully you're feeling comfortable. How is your morning?
It's been great. Excited to be here.
Nice. So, we're very, very, very excited to have you here. And I'm hoping today, being able to share a little about, you've had a lot of kind of pressure to put together a bio and send that in for your application and a video. And in looking at that, I felt so compelled to want to really understand some key ingredients that matter to you in your business, why you're here, and what motivates you. So I think I'm going to just kind of start out and say, how long have you been an agent? Like, how long have you been in real estate?
So I started real estate officially as a realtor in the beginning of 2019. Prior to that, I worked in mortgages with my mother. So I grew up in the industry, but I've only been a realtor since 2019.
Nice. So really actually small part of time, and then lots of that during the pandemic. Right?
Yes.
So you just took a chance, you engaged, and you decided it would be your passion and you would make it work.
Yeah, I actually started with Caldwell the day the stay-at-home order went into effect.
You did? That makes it very symbolic. That's true. Yeah. So you've learned how to build business despite all the changes that we've had, which is fantastic. It's a great way to start. One of the things that stuck out for me, this relationship between you and your mom and the power of that. Tell me a little bit about that, just as women in the business and what that meant to you.
So my mom is ironically opposite of me in every way. She's shy, she's quiet, likes to really just follow the rules. So she's an underwriter. And I worked under her for quite a while and just saw the amount of knowledge that she had. But I quickly realized I didn't want to be on that side of the business. So I still utilize her. I call her part of my team when I go on my sales appointments, because I call my mom for everything appraisal related, lending related. Like, she is the phone call in my back pocket, and she always has the answer because she's the underwriter. So she knows the rules, the regulations. And so I feel like she's an asset to my business because I have a lot of knowledge that other realtors maybe don't understand about the lending side. And their answer is call your lender. And I'm like, let me call my mom. She's my teammate. She's an underwriter. And that it's helped me quite a bit.
Nice. So that, again, that networking ability and that having people in your circle really has impacted your business. You stunned me with your comment about the impact of fiduciary duties and the code of ethics and how you feel about that. And for all the people that I've been in touch with, it really resonated with me that was part of maybe your mission statement or the base of what you're doing in your business. Tell me why that resonates with you and what the impact is for you with that information.
Okay. So the code of ethics and just the realtor pledge and everything that Todd and Shannon talked to us about, that all just resonated to my core, because I feel like in today's society, that's not as common. It's easier to be a keyboard warrior and be unkind and not necessarily do the right thing when nobody's looking. And that's part of the reason I also became a realtor, is I didn't feel like my realtor was really advocating for me. And then I learned what a realtor was, and I'm like, well, wait a minute, you're supposed to be an advocate for these people. It's their biggest transaction. That's a big deal. And I feel like a lot of, not in our organization, but a lot of realtors don't take the job seriously. Like, this is some people's only and biggest transaction of their life, maybe 2 or 3 more. And I think that that's a really big deal. And so I tell people that, like, this is a huge deal. I'm here to protect you. I'm here to help you get from point A to point B, and make your dreams my business. So I take that really seriously. And so I feel like all of those words embody exactly how seriously I take it. And I think that serves me well in my business, because people recognize that I am an advocate for them, and that I'm going to have their back more so than maybe somebody else would. So I think that helps in the business a lot, because it's a trust, belly to belly. They know you, they like you, they trust you. There you go, Jimmy. So
that's great.
Yes.
I think part of it is, it does live. We all lived in that pledge. We all lived at that in the beginning when we became real estate agents. But I think the fact that you're carrying it forward, and that it's now a motto, that it lives in your ability to really orchestrate what you're trying to achieve, and that you also maybe just recommit on a consistent basis with it to keep yourself focused. And I think in this business that has a lot of transition in it, your commitment is what's creating the results and creating you for having won this nomination, which is fantastic. So,
and Ryan, no, you can't steal it, because that's my tagline. It's on my business card
I
already.
can't steal it from you. Okay, well, that's great. No, I really loved keyboard warrior. That was like a heavy duty word there. I kind of took note. That was great.
Well, and people just with social media, it's a great tool. It's a great asset, but people are also not as kind. And they aren't, it's just not, things aren't taken as seriously, I feel. Right. Social media.
It's that human touch that makes
I'm more on the human connection.
And you have that. I mean, if anybody who has never met this wonderful person before steps into the Grand Junction office and she's there, she's just wired. She's just
that I'm
passionate in everything that you do with every person that you connect with. It's really, really wonderful. So you were required to put together a video, and I think you definitely stunned all of us that got to see it. You were very controlled, but what I really wanted you to be able to talk to is the passion about the Coldwell Banker distinctive property family and the impact that Todd and Shannon have had on you, and how that's helped put the glue together, because you mentioned that you had been in a different brokerage beforehand and came here and your life changed. So tell us about that.
Yeah, so I was previously at 2 different brokerages, and I got saved from the second one and came to Caldwell. And the reason that I came, my introduction to Caldwell was I went to a road show. It was right before COVID. I met Todd for like 2.5 seconds, but just everything that was being said there, the 4 pillars, the common cores, like the changing lives, I was like, that intrigues me. So I did a little bit more research, and then I ultimately came over. And then it proved to be true. So that was like the coolest thing, because I've been pitched a lot of things and I've fallen for a lot of things that haven't necessarily played out to be exactly what they were pitched. And so I came here, and it was just, my success skyrocketed. The training, the coaching, the managing directors, just the vibe in the office. We have Olin the GOAT, we have Jimmy's great, Jeff Renovere has helped me. I mean, I can't even name all the people, but it really became true a couple weeks. So last year, my father passed away, and right before that, one of our agents got in a car accident. And so one of the agents got in a car accident, and we all just literally jumped in, did our showings, did a food train, did all the things. And then my father passed away, and it was like my world was crushed. And the only reason that I was able to make it is because of everybody here. They helped me get food to the funeral. They uploaded pictures and scanned them. Like everybody reached out to me personally and did something for me personally. And it was incredible. Like it truly felt like family.
Mhm. Well, and thank you for sharing that,
Yeah,
because
all of it. They're just,
yeah,
everybody
it's very
is
personal.
always,
It's, it's super personal to share that. And I really appreciate you're willing to bring it to the table, because it matters and it makes a difference in doing that. The other thing you talked about a little bit was you've been out of balance when you first started. You kind of were doing multiple things and you couldn't get yourself organized, and that you've learned that balance is now part of the success of your business. So tell us about that, because you had to find that, you had to kind of confront it, and then you had to go out and explore it.
Yeah, so it's kind of like golfing. They say you shouldn't golf without taking a golf lesson, because you start to learn really bad habits. And I had learned bad habits. It wasn't that I wasn't doing business, but I wasn't doing it correctly. I was spinning my wheels more than anything. And so when I got here, just the time that people took to sit down and coach me and give me the tools and all of the things that we have at our disposal, the marketing packages, having the marketing team here, the different sections of coaching, meeting one-on-one with senior agents, the brainstorming, all of the things that I do really helped make me successful. And it taught me that you can't just have a good business. You have to have a good house life. You have to have a good diet. You have to have, like, it was all of these things that I was kind of half-assing, and it was put into perspective that you can't half-ass one. And so it was like the table analogy that I kind of gave in my video, Todd.
Yeah, you did. It was great.
4 legs on a table and 3 of them are the same length and 1 is shorter. You're going to have a pretty unpleasant meal. And that's how my life was. And so balance helped my business grow, and it taught me to be well in all avenues of my life, not just in my business.
Well, and I just want to tell you, thank you for sharing that with others. I know you do in your own office, because what I see in you is also just leadership, and the fact that you're going to lead others to come in your way of being, because you've experienced it and you want to share that. And that's the gift that I see in who you are. You're very generous in supporting others and helping them build that up too. And so I think the more knowledge that you gain and the better that you get, you will be a winner, a big winner in your own success in your own life. So congratulations for achieving that.
Thank you.
One of the things that I also know about, and this is really from some stimulus from talking to some of all our counterparts, is your philanthropic contributions to your own community. How are they impacting you? What have you felt committed to? And tell us a little bit about what that's doing for you personally, as well as for your business, because I know you've been really active.
Yeah. So in high school, right out of high school, I taught special ed students PE and music, and it filled my cup. I loved it. I was going to go to college to be a special education teacher. And then I realized their salary. And, okay. That's not for me.
That's not for you.
So I thought, what can I do where I can make this much money and still do what I love? And it all boiled down to I should be my own boss. And being a realtor accommodated that, and it accommodated the lifestyle that I want. I had the background. So I went that route. But what it's allowed me to do is continue volunteering for Special Olympics for the last, I would say 12 or 13 years I've been involved.
Wow,
and I've always just been a coach. Like, I just show up, I coach the athletes at the event. And one of the gentlemen that runs his name is Michael. It was the one that got me into it after high school. He contacted me this year and he said, "Hey, do you want to be on the games organizing committee? I think that we really need you." So they called me and they wanted me to do this 1-day event that was super simple and super cheesy. And I declined. And I said, I'd like to actually run the swimming event. And I know nothing about swimming. They said, "Are you sure?" And I said, "Yeah, I don't want to miss out." Basically what they wanted me to run was like a little mini carnival. Right. And that's not fun and great, but where I really love being is with the athletes and watching them compete in their events and win and get the medal. And so during COVID, we didn't have that. And that sucked. So just the last year, there's been a lot of life things that happen. And the one thing that it does change your life is volunteering for Special Olympics. There is no way on planet Earth that you can have a bad day. It's always fun, no matter what the chaos is like, no matter if everything is falling apart. Like, those athletes are so happy to see you, so happy to be there. And it's just so refreshing to be around such grateful individuals that are just grateful to be there. It really puts into perspective the hustle and bustle that we kind of forget about in life. They don't have that. They're just happy to be there. And it is so refreshing. And it fills your cup. So Caldwell showed up in a big way this year. There was a ton of people there, and every single one of them had a great time. I hope they're all coming back next year. It was absolutely awesome.
Yeah, Jimmy talked about the success of it and the fact that the family of your team really felt, again, you kind of led the charge, and the results were that it impacted more than just yourself. And like you said, more people and those kinds of things. And it's a great organization in Colorado, super powerful in many, many communities, but it's wonderful that you're able to give back in your own community in Grand Junction and make that part of what you do every day. So,
and I want to throw a big thank you out to Jimmy Klieger, because it was a huge undertaking in the first place. And like, Jimmy was my right-hand man the whole time. He made it happen. He is definitely a great leader, and he keeps the culture of the office here, and he is invaluable to me. So he helped me immensely.
That's great. Well, it's like you said, it's teamwork, right? Everybody participating and making something happen. And you've definitely had that. And I look so forward to your continued success in your business. I'm super jazzed that when you get to Arizona, you'll be able to network with people, and you'll get to meet people, and you'll get to share stories, and you'll get to incorporate what you stand for with others, and then also build that network of agents and real estate agents from all over the place, so that it fills your cup, even more with that kind of support. And I know your business, I mean, we were talking the other day, 3 listings in and 2 more under contract, and it's becoming routine for you now after almost 3 years, and that's what starts to build the momentum of where you're going. And I definitely see you having huge success in the future. And I just thank you for what you give back to us, because that is the gift of you. And I look so forward to seeing you manifest into the next adventure. And I look forward to all your stories when you come back.
Thank you. I'm really excited.
Yeah,
my life has forever been changed from being here. So we've had a couple.
Brag about it, live in it, own it. Just take it to town. And just really know. And for any of you out there that feel like this is an opportunity for you, we are all available to connect. This is a once-a-year award, and we have more awards throughout the year that come about, especially at the end going into the next year. We're always looking for rock stars out there. And if you want to know more, I'm sure you can call Kenzie. She'd love to talk to you about it and what it feels like to be in that position. And from any of us, just super, super congratulations. Thank you so much for spending our Friday morning with us, and we cheer you on.
Thank you. I'm very excited. Appreciate you guys.
You're so welcome. Have an absolutely fabulous day, and everyone enjoy your Friday.